So right now, I'm here with the man himself, Jamesaspey.
What up?
And right now, we're about to do an interview, but before we do the interview, to really get ourselves grounded, feeling connected.
Get the good vibes, man.
That's it. We're going to do a meditation, and I thought it was going to be for around 10 minutes, 5 minutes, but how long are we going for?
We got to do an hour, man.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, we got to do an hour to get all the benefits.
That's it. I've never done an hour, so this is, I told James, this is a big stretch. But do you want to talk through basically what we're going to do, what is it? And yeah.
Alright, so the meditation technique is called Vipassana meditation. It's a technique that the Buddha discovered to fully liberate yourself from suffering. And so the technique is two equal parts. One part observation of the physical sensations of your body, and the second equal part is equanimity with them sensations, which means to accept them. So you don't crave good things, you don't resist bad things, you're just accepting of whatever's happening at the level of the physical sensations, because that is where suffering begins. If you react to a physical sensation with craving or with resistance, then you go into a habit pattern of resisting or craving. And so what we're going to do, we're going to sit, we're going to close our eyes, we're going to chill, and we're going to like body scan. So from the top down, just what's happening here, what's happening here, what physical sensations are there? Itching, tickling, tingling, pain, you know, pressure, whatever's happening, physical sensations. We're going to feel that, we're going to observe it, and just try not to react, you know, just try to observe it and be cool with whatever happens. And what you learn from that technique is that everything is impermanent. The most annoying itch, the strongest like pain, you know, even the good stuff's impermanent too. And through the understanding of impermanence, you start to drop your attachment to this pain or this good things as well, the good happy feelings, because they're all impermanent. So why get attached to something that is about to pass anyway? So it's a practice, you know, it's something that you should practice regularly to develop in your understanding of impermanence and to increase your equanimity, your acceptance of the moment. And so that's what we're going to do for the next hour.
Boom. Now, one quick thing. I know there's some people that will listen to this and they've never done meditation, or they've done meditation, but like for me, it's not as long. So for those people who haven't done meditation, how long would you recommend doing it for?
If you've never meditated before, I would recommend first thing to do, it's called Anapana, which is the observation of your breathing. So you could sit for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Ideally, you'd be sitting for 20 minutes minimum. But you can jump straight in and go 30 minutes or an hour, you know, it doesn't matter, you just do what you can do. But Anapana is observation of your breath. So you can just sit there and chill and just keep paying attention to your breathing. Every time you notice your mind wander off, as soon as you go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be observing my breathing, just come back, and don't get angry at yourself that you might have been tripping out in your mind for half an hour. Just come back and go, yeah, that's a habit pattern in my mind. And the technique is to continue coming back to the breath, come back to the breath. Yeah. And it develops mastery of your mind, it develops more focus and strength inside your mind, which leads to more peace, happiness, compassion, all the good stuff. Get rid of all the bad stuff, all the stress, all the sadness, all the depression, all the anxiety, and increase more of the good. That's what happens.
Yeah, and one more quick thing before we get into it is, I think one of the biggest misconceptions with meditation is that you're supposed to have no thoughts whatsoever. And do you want to just touch on basically what's your belief? Is it about not having any thoughts, or? I
mean, ideally, because we usually spend 99% of our time rolling in our thoughts, and that is the problem. We give so much attention to this one small aspect of who we are. But our thoughts, you know, for me, I'm 30 years old. My thoughts are a collection of just 30 years of learning some things. A lot of them aren't even true. Most of them are just a repeat of what I thought about yesterday and the day before and the day before. It's a very small aspect of who we are. And on a much deeper level, you know, we are these like eternal beings, man. You know, this intelligence of the universe has created us. And that's what you can tap into. Like, that's who we are. That's what this energy is made of. It's like so much deeper than just 30 years of thinking about this and thinking about that, and lies and myths and stuff that I think is true that isn't. So that's what you tap into. So it is better. Like, the mind is a great tool to use, and there's a time and a place to think. But when you're meditating, it is what we're trying to do is just the technique, observing the physical sensations, not thinking about them, observing them, observing like how it feels, not what it what you think about the feelings. And that doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it perfect. You might get 5 seconds in an hour meditation where you are just really doing the technique and not thinking. For the next 55 minutes, 55 seconds of that hour, you can be thinking about what you did yesterday, what you're going to do tomorrow, and all this stuff. But that's okay, because then if you keep practicing, it'll be 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's why it's a practice. No one's good at this straight away. You can't get on a surfboard and just be shredding it up straight away, and you can't read 50 books about surfing and then get out on a surfboard and be shredding it up straight away either. It's about the experience and the practice of it. And if you've read 100 books on meditation, it means nothing. You'll know how to practice, but until you practice and you're developing the technique, you won't get the benefits. So don't expect to sit down and be Buddha for the next hour and not think about anything. Just go deep and come out enlightened. It's a long path to that, and it's a practice that takes a lot of time and patience.
And you never get to a certain destination where that's it. You just keep going. It's a never-ending path, right? Journey.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's something I guess we'll only know through experience, but as the story goes, the Buddha found the technique, which is what we're going to practice right now, to fully liberate your suffering, so you get to the point where you don't react to sensations and you don't create new attachments to different things. And, I don't know if we'll get to that point, man. Maybe in 10 lifetimes from now or something like that. I don't know how it all works, bro, but I know that this technique has helped me in so many ways, bro, and I've got so much benefit, and I just want everyone to practice Vipassana meditation because it has increased, it has enriched my life immensely in so many ways, and I'm just so deeply grateful for it. And it's something that anyone can practice. You don't have to be a particular religion or anything like that. It's not about believing something that doesn't exist. It's just about observing what is physically happening to you in the moment and accepting that rather than resisting the good and not getting attached. It's a very simple scientific technique, and thousands of people have got so much benefit, and I'm one of them. And that's about it. So we can all practice this.
Let's get it done.
Let's do it, brother. For an hour. You can sit like this, you can sit slouch, you can do whatever you want, man. Just fucking go to sleep, man. And we'll practice in a minute, so I'll run you through it a little bit more specifically in a second, but maybe just we'll get a minute or so.
Just finished an hour meditation, and now we want to give you what James is going to give you.
Well, actually, I just want to know first, how did you feel, man?
I felt...
First one.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you,
Nah.
I felt like pretty uncomfortable at first,
Yeah, right.
And because we're practicing impermanence, I felt a lot of back pain and just niggles, and I was like, and I was moving, I won't lie, but then I was accepting it through breath. I was like, every time that I felt pain, I went back to my breath.
Cool.
And I think that was, and then I felt like time just disappeared. At the end, I said to James that it felt like it went so quick because I guess I was out of my head.
Yeah. Sweet, you're in a timeless place.
Yeah.
Man, respect for going for an hour, dude. That was solid.
For sure.
It's a pretty long time, man.
So, if you were to help somebody have an actionable plan, so like from after this video, they can go, cool.
Yeah.
Now, if there's specific things they can do, what would you say?
I think the best time to meditate is first thing in the morning. So even if it means you have to cut your sleep a little bit, you'll get more benefit from getting up and doing that meditation than you would have done from another 20 minutes of sleep. So as soon as you wake up, sit up out of bed before breakfast, before a drink of water, before anything, and just get it done, because that will mean that one of the most important things you could do in your whole day is done before you've even got out of bed. So I would suggest that's a really good time to do it, and same with when you go to bed at night. If you just, before you go to sleep, just sit up in your bed, do 20 minutes or something like that, however long you can, of practicing just observing your breathing. So it seems like a simple practice. It seems, what's the point in this? I'm just observing my breathing. I've got stuff to think about, man. But actually, the technique gives you so much benefit. And you'll only know that, though, through experience. So don't just take my word for it, Try it out, practice it, give it a week. See what happens if you spend 20 minutes in the morning and in the evening just focusing on observing your breathing, and I'm sure you'll notice many great benefits, and most likely there'll be enough to motivate you to be consistent and regular in that kind of practice.
Sweet.
Yeah, so try that out.
Done.